and uplifting. Once a week, the scope gifted. With the presence in your eyes, what a distraction. Beautiful to soul, and especially in action. It's here, not fashion. Came in abundance. Films like in Sundance. Tech like the pop on Tachi Queen. You are Curtis, a beast heart. You must carry, cause MCs, they all vary. Some do, they motivate. Work for the hate. We serve hope on a plate across different platforms. The zero fake, hydration like Boucher. Don't focus on the day. We always here for you. Don't from your emotionally broke. Settling our knowledge and conversations, don't make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settling our knowledge and conversations, don't make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. You go wild running with no award tours. This culture meets the art. Podcast with the heart and essence of the growth, the palace in the people. Without you being equal, what we lack is ego. We're back now, so here we go. Run the show like Arsenio. Episodic or rituals, minds change the visual. Representation of our nation and its differences. Some explanation of our uniqueness and innocence. Mass media's intention is to desensitize. We praise the wise and knowledge is power. Without it, we turn coward and proud of a known product. Like we could take it with us. I wish the greats were still alive and here with us, but it is what it is. We're left here to share our gift, and that's precisely what we'll do with it. Shape shift and fluidly, we can pass this test and still in our unity, elevating through stress. Yes, MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settling our knowledge and conversations, don't make them yours. What we run is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settling our knowledge and conversations, don't make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. It's up to you. You got the torch now. MediaScope. We're here for you, you, and you. We got it all. Tech, hot music. We got it all. Tech, hot music. We got it all. Yeah. Tech, hot music. We got it all. Yeah. Tech, hot music. We got it all. Yeah. Tech, hot music. We got it all. Yeah.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to a holiday edition or pre-holiday edition of MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture. Can you tell I'm happy? I'm always happy. That's not like anything new, but I realize that many of you may be getting ready for your preparations for the holiday. You may be traveling. You may just not even feel like watching, but guess what? You can always watch the replay. And I told you I would be back this week. So, no off time. So as you're preparing, feel free to come. And of course, my earring drops. Great. My earrings dropped. So guess what? We're going to take them out and so that I don't have one earring. How did my earring drop? Weird. Okay. Anyway, welcome to MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture. I, my friends, am Dr. Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer. I'm also a journalist. We do this every week here on all of these platforms, and we're getting ready to greet you all in just a moment. Just give me some time. But let's do it now. Since I have this YouTube banner up, those of you watching on YouTube, what's up? Thank you for being here. And guess what? If this is your first time watching me on YouTube, welcome to the MediaScope Massive. Why don't you like and subscribe? When you subscribe, you can turn on the notifications, and this way you can know when I'm going to be on. Sometimes I'll pop up. Actually, for the past 2 weeks, I've popped up with some interesting stuff. So make sure you put on your notification bells and like and subscribe. Feel free to comment. I love comments. If you have a question, ask a question. And also feel free to share this, spread the love amongst your friends. So what's up, YouTube? If you happen to be watching us on Facebook, that's the MediaScope page or my personal Facebook page, what's up? The comments, as I always say, don't populate. So I will make sure to look over so that I can see what's going on. LinkedIn, you're one of a kind. Thank you for being here, LinkedIn. If you happen to be watching on LinkedIn, and if you are watching on Twitch, happy holidays, Twitch. Good to see you. And our very special guests who listen. That's right. We are also a radio show. So they listen every week on Gospel 107.1 FM in Nassau, Bahamas, and the rest of the Caribbean. I mean, blessings upon blessings upon blessings. And I know that tomorrow is Thanksgiving in the US. Canada, you had your Thanksgiving in October, and I don't know if anybody else celebrates this holiday. But even if you don't celebrate, I hope that you are having a great week anyway. And guess what? We've got some folks that are here. D Carpio is here. D, how are you? And she said, sorry, I missed. You didn't miss anything. We're live. We're live. You're here. You are here. You didn't miss anything. So, yes, we are live. We are live. We are live. We are not doing anything replayed. I decided, remember I told you guys last week I was going to come on live and we were just going to, talk and chat. But guess what? There's been so much media news. I can't leave you without some news to chew on. I know you're going to be chewing on some other things tomorrow, namely turkey and other fixings. By the way, let me know what you are going to have tomorrow. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, what are you going to have tomorrow? Some of you may have all the, quote, traditional Thanksgiving foods. Some of you may just say pizza. It's good enough for me. Whatever it is, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy. As usual, I am not cooking. I cook, but I don't cook on Thanksgiving, usually because, I never go home for Thanksgiving because it's so close to the winter holiday. So I'd never go home and I always end up spending it with somebody else. So I don't cook unless they're like, hey, I asked, you want me to bring anything? They're like, no, just bring yourself. No problem. That's all you had to say. So like and subscribe if you are on YouTube, please, please, please. All right. Well, you know what I didn't do? I did not give you a hug. Well, I did not come on IG earlier. IG, we will come on after this. So immediately after this, around 7:10, 7:15, I'll be doing the post show on IG. So if you feel like more shenanigans, please join me over there on my account on IG. But what I didn't do also is give you all a hug to let you know that I appreciate you being here. You could choose to be any place else in the world, especially on a holiday eve, but you're here. And hopefully this is, if you're cooking or you're getting things together, this is hopefully helping you get through because, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Let's have some fun. So once again, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So I'm looking over to the side so that I don't miss any of our friends over on my personal Facebook page. But here we go. We are going to get into some news. I have a lot. This has been a very active week in tech, especially. I'm sure you all have heard a lot of the things that are happening in tech. If not, we're going to go through some of these things today, folks. Let's get ready to get to it. Let's get to it, shall we? Let's do media. Here we go. All right. So media. There is a lot going on. Let's put up our photo number one, shall we? Oh, but before we do that, we have got a okay, good. Yes, thank you for the hug, D Carpio. I always love a good hug. So, it's like MediaScope is the gift that hugs you back. So thank you so much. It's MediaScope, it's like a Snuggie, right? We can think about it like a Snuggie. So here we go. Let's put up our first, here we go. Our first image. So that you have this. Speaking of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, you are looking at the fine, well, these happen to be all women, but you're looking at the fine women, the clarinet section from Florida A&M band. I said Florida A&M. Forgive me. FAMU people are now going to jump in my comments and say, that's not FAMU. Okay, I noticed that. Because I live in Florida, I'm so used to saying Florida A&M. So I apologize. That's Alabama A&M. Okay. So Alabama A&M. Okay. Crimson and White band. They are actually going to be leading in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which, by the way, takes place tomorrow. You're going to be able to watch it from now. I've seen the time from 8:30 to 12 noon, but usually they get things starting really at 9. But start tuning in at 8:30. So you're on NBC. Okay, so you're going to be able to watch it on NBC. So if you have the NBC streaming app, you'll be able to watch it that way. There are going to be a lot of YouTubers there. So if you happen not to be able to pick up your local NBC affiliate through whatever you're using to watch television, I would suggest also going to YouTube and seeing if you can find, you'll be able to find parade coverage there. See if you can find parade coverage there, but there will be a lot of YouTubers there. So this is Alabama A&M University's Marching Maroon and White Band. I call them Crimson. Okay, Crimson, Maroon, slight differences, but let me get the name right. They are the Marching Maroon and White Band. They are going to kick off the 97th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade tomorrow in NYC. Now, this is significant. This is a very, very significant thing because they are the first HBCU band to do this, to have the honor to do this. So if you don't know what HBCU means, you haven't been watching me, because I'm an HBCU graduate. So that stands for Historically Black Colleges and Universities. And the bands are bar none at HBCUs. They happen to be part of what's called SWAC, SWAC, which is the Southwest Athletic Conference. SWAC bands, oh my gosh, nothing like them. Now, my school, Howard University, was MEAC, which is like the mid-Atlantic, mid-Eastern states. Our bands are good, but not like the SWAC. Don't jump on me, folks. But Howard's band is good, but Alabama and A&M, excellent band. So this is really cool and very interesting because, like I said, they are the first HBCU band to lead in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And actually, the band's director is Carlton Wright, and he told CNN that this is a significantly historical moment for them. He said it's going to be huge. Nerves will be a factor for both students and for me and the staff. But he said the biggest concern isn't the nerves, it's the weather. And it's because it's cold. So Alabama, not that they don't get cooler temperatures, but they don't get New York cold. And tomorrow it's supposed to be starting off like in the 40s, the low 40s, and the high for the day is supposed to be 50. Now that presents a challenge, even if you are used to playing in cold temperatures, because you have to keep yourself warm, your lips warm. It's much different when you're playing in the cold, right? So as I said, it's going to be in the 40s starting, and then the high will be 50 for Thanksgiving Day. So hopefully they warm up a little bit as they're marching, so our poor Alabama students don't get a shock. And the interesting thing is they said that they were to prepare for walking all that they have to do in the parade, that they also were on campus. Their campus is like on a hill, so they've been like playing and marching up the hill and stuff to prepare for the long walk that they have. So in addition, it's also going to be the flag corps, their flag corps, which is excellent, and the dancers. Let me tell you, HBCU band dancers are bar none. If you want a show, let me tell you what I did one time. So I am an HBCU graduate, but for my master's and PhD. Undergrad, I did not go to an HBCU. We barely had a band. We had a pep band, and pep band was like a class. So basically anybody who played an instrument, you could register for the class and play for the pep band. One day, and I never went to the football games because you guys know I'm not a big fan of sports. So I never went to the games, except for one time. They played Morgan State University, which, by the way, I ended up teaching at later, full circle. Morgan State University came with their band. That was my first time ever seeing an HBCU band. I had never, obviously, I did not have experience with HBCUs. My parents did not go to an HBCU, but I knew that I wanted to. I didn't get to go to one undergrad, so I said, oh, grad school is an HBCU. I was so enamored with, the amount of work that you have to put in to, the fancy marching patterns. And a lot of bands do that, but dancing, to learn popular music, to be able to, they play popular music, plus they play like standard band stuff. I was just so, I sat on Morgan's side. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I did. I sat on Morgan's side and not my school side. Say something. So good for you, Alabama A&M. Congratulations. That is huge. I will be watching. It's the performance is going to be 75 seconds. So they've been preparing for months for this 75 seconds. It's going to be amazing. Charla Toomer is here and she says, good evening. Good evening to you. And happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving. I know some people are like, man. So happy holidays. Put in the chat, please, what you are going to be noshing on tomorrow. Have you started your Thanksgiving celebration already? And you're already picking at the turkey and stuff, although you don't really start cooking the turkey till the morning of. Turkey can be dry. So let me know. Are you doing turkey? Are you doing something else? What are you going to have? I can't wait to hear what you're going to have. All right. So good evening to you, Dr. Toomer. It is so good to see you and to have you here. It's been a few weeks. So I'm glad to see you here. All right. So once again, congrats to Alabama A&M, who are going to be leading in the beginning of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They are the first HBCU band to do that and to have that honor, and we are proud of you. I will be watching, and I hope you all will be watching the Maroon and White Marching Band as well. All right, let's take a look at something else. We're going to go to our next story. And here we go. We'll recognize this well-dressed man here. He is the richest man in media, if you ask me. Look, this man, there's nothing that he has not done. Listen, he doesn't have to do anything else. Just the money that he has made off of that whole Kardashians franchise is money enough. He doesn't have to work ever again, and he will be good. He will be all good. Okay? So, this is Ryan Seacrest, okay, executive producer of the Kardashians, but also he has been producing the New Year's Rockin' Eve for the past several years. And of course, Dick Clark started that. Didn't we all watch New Year's Rockin' Eve or something of it? That is the quintessential New Year's Eve thing. If you don't go out and listen, I grew up in a cold climate. I was not really wanting to go out. I'm like, that's fine. We can stay here, except for the year that there were a couple of years that I did something, but the year that I was interning, when I was in college and I was interning at the radio station, we had an event, a New Year's Eve event, and it was actually really cool. We had Deborah Cox that came. There were a few Mesa. We had a few really great artists who came through. And yeah, since I was interning, I was there. It was very cool. I enjoyed it. But other than that, I'm like, that's okay. I can stay in because it's cold. But so when you stay in, what do? You watch New Year's Rockin' Eve. Okay. So let's talk about this. ABC, and it's going to be on ABC this year for those of you wondering, but we'll be back before then and talk more about it. So ABC has renewed Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest, all that, through January 2029. Wow. So for the next 7 seasons, or 7 years, I should say, you're going to be able to watch Ryan Seacrest and all the cast of characters they usually have doing this live from Times Square. I enjoy watching the ball drop too. So that's good for you. Good for you, Ryan Seacrest. So they renewed this deal and through January 1st, 2029 at least. But I can see, unless something new comes up, and they're going to renew it again, I'm sure, unless something new and spectacular comes up. But this is like a quintessential part of New Year's Eve. So last year, the viewers, they drew 13.3 million viewers, including 17.9 million during the midnight quarter hour, because people want to see it. Listen, if you're in the middle of a cornfield in Iowa, you probably aren't doing a ball drop. So it's interesting to see the apple or the ball rather drop in New York City in Times Square, right? And I know a lot of different cities do a ball drop as well, but I'm sorry, it's not like Times Square. So the cool thing is to be able to do that. And like I said, now there are so many YouTubers that you can watch these YouTubers do that, or live stream from Times Square and get a different angle and a get different view and some different commentary. Like, say there's a performance you don't care about. Okay, let me go on to YouTube and see who's there. All right. So Ryan Seacrest, by the way, has been hosting this special since 2012. I didn't know it had been that long. I had no clue it had been that long, but he's been hosting it since 2012. And at first, he and Dick Clark hosted it together starting in 2005, right? So they were hosting it together in 2005, following Dick Clark's stroke in 2004. So they have not named or talked about who the performers are going to be, but I'll let you know who the performers are going to be just in case anybody wants to rock an eve with New Year's Eve. All right, let's go ahead and guess what? We've got a pre-Thanksgiving treat because beep, beep, who is here? We've got the queen of food truckery and the minister of libation herself. That would be Serena Wills, Divine Right. She says hello to everyone. Beep, beep. Look who else is here. I am so happy to see our good friend After Dark with Johnny Ray. He says, I can't figure out how to get into the chat on YouTube. So you're here on Twitch. That's great. Great to see you. Yeah, it doesn't matter how you watch. I just want you all to watch. So I'm happy to have you here on Twitch. I don't know. Maybe, for those of you that are having the same problem, look to the side on YouTube and then you have to open the chat, because I know sometimes it's not user friendly, but whatever. I'm glad you're here anyway. And we have to have a conversation anyway. It is so good to see you. I hope all is well. And guess what today is? We're never here on Tuesdays. We're always here on Wednesdays. So we make any day we are here on Taco Day. So today is Taco Wednesday. Please enjoy, because I know Divine Right is going to have some specials for you. Not just specials, specials. Maybe some ground turkey tacos or some pulled turkey tacos, fried turkey tacos, something. I don't know. You pick. You pick. I'm not going to tell you what to have as a special. And guess who is here? Gwen, or GR Houston Jack is here. How are you? Well, we've got the entire Indie Soup family joining in. Hello, Indie Soup media family. What's up? Thank you for being here. And let's see. Oh, my energy is giving you life. Thank you for saying that, Johnny Ray. That's what I'm here for, because I know that a bunch of you are busy cooking and you're a little tired. Divine Right has already said she's not cooking anything. This is her extent of Thanksgiving fare, the food truck, okay? Imaginary. So she's doing, so tell me again, for those of you who didn't tell me, are you paring down? Are you doing the big whole shebang? And okay, I have a question for you too. I was watching To Hear More. He is a comedian on Instagram and TikTok, and I think he does YouTube. And he was talking about how long do you keep Thanksgiving leftovers, or for those of you that, like, for our friends in the Caribbean, if you celebrate something, I don't know if you do big cooking for Junkanoo or during Carnival or whatever. Probably for you all during Easter is the big time that you do big cooking. So whatever event you do big cooking, how long do you keep leftovers? Some people were like, oh, 2 days tops. How dare you? How dare you insinuate that you are going to waste all that good food? Now, granted, somebody maybe cooked a dish like potato salad with raisins or something terrible, and you don't want that dish anyway. And so it was going in the trash after they left anyway. But for the good food, the delicious, delectable food, the food that makes you say, yes, I deserve to be here, what do you do with it? Do you have some and then you freeze it? Let me know, because I hate throw away food. How dreadful. How very dare you? So if there's still a lot left, my thing is portion it and freeze it. If after a while then nobody still wants it, okay, then chuck it, but at least give it a chance. All we are saying is give food a chance. Okay, instead of give peace a chance, we want that too, but give the food a chance. Sheesh. All right, Rashawn Vincent is here, and she says, I'm not cooking dinner this year. Okay, I hear that, but are you going someplace? Let me know. And the science and spirituality of self. Hello, how are you? It is so good to see you. One of my good friends from my days in DC, in the DMV. It is so good to see you, Ernest. Yay, yay, yay. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Let's see. All right. Divine Right said, we just picked up dinner. Activate, reheat for Thanksgiving. Exactly. Wonder heat powers, activate. Yeah, that's a lot of work. But if you want to do it, you can. So tell me, did people have, for those of you that work in a workplace, were there potlucks, the dreaded potlucks? You know, you can't eat everybody's food because you're not sure of their practices when they're preparing the food. But some people, yes. So that's why some people just steer clear of potluck altogether. Officers are like, you know what? No, some officers are like, we're doing a potluck. And some people are like, I'm not coming. That's the day I call off. Or I'll bring the napkins and the plates, or you eat what you brought. So let's see. So G is hosting this year, so she's getting the best guest bedroom. Or you know what? I see you as a host too, G. I see you as a warm host, lovely hosting spirit. That I could see that. All right, get that bedroom ready and listen to us as you're doing this. And Rashawn has to work 12 hours tomorrow. All right, well, we're sending you to deep turkey vibes, deep juicy turkey vibes, not dry, deep juicy dressing and whatever else you want vibes. So let's see. And G says we eat leftovers for 3 days and then we freeze. That's what I'm talking about. So you eat them for a few days. I know people are tired of turkey after a while, and then you freeze it. You freeze the rest of the stuff, right? Don't throw it away. How very wasteful. I'm sorry. That's just wasteful. There are people that wish they had that dinner, even the raisins and potatoes. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. Okay, let's see. And somebody says they enjoy watching Times Square. Who is this that said that? I don't know on my page. But anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and Chris Renee, hey there, said, I can only eat leftovers for 2 days. I don't do potlucks. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that. But if you freeze it, maybe there's a time where you're like, you know what? I have a taste for a full turkey dinner, a full-on turkey dinner. And guess what? Because you had the good gumption to wrap it well and freeze it, you've got it. And then you reheat it. Folks, that's good eating. That is good eating. All right. Let me take a minute to introduce myself to you again. If you don't know who I am, you've never been here, and I that's doubtful, but maybe you've never been here before. I'm going to introduce myself to you. My name is Tachi. I am a media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist. You are watching MediaScope, all things media tech and pop culture. We're here most Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And today I did not have the time to do a pre-show on Instagram Live, so we're going to do the post-show at about 7:10, 7:15-ish, which means I need to expediently get through the news I have here so I can get over there. One day we can all meet in the middle. It's so hard doing, because I love all the platforms, but I need for Instagram to get on board so I can do Instagram at the same time. But you know what I say, and I'm not trying to jinx this, but whenever you see technical problems on a platform, whenever you see a platform not behaving right and not fixing these technical problems, that is your cue to make sure you have another platform, because they're either going to pivot, change, or close, or shut down that feature. I'm just saying, nobody thought they would be like, oh, they're going to, and they've done some stuff. It's meta after all. So just letting you know that. All right. And then guess what? If you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate you. I appreciate no matter where you're watching. If you're on YouTube, hey. If you are on Facebook, what's up? If you are watching on LinkedIn, good to see you. If you are on Twitch, what's up, Twitchers? And if you listen tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time in on which is a Thursday on Gospel 107.1 FM in Nassau, Bahamas, and the rest of the Caribbean. Blessings, blessings, blessings to you. I love that we're international. We've got an international vibe, the whole Caribbean and then some. Welcome, guys. All right. So we've got a comment. Let's see. So Divine Right said, we ordered from Famous Dave's. As for me, I will eat salmon tomorrow. Not big on turkey. About to buy desserts. Oh, somebody's buying desserts. So, all right. So let's talk about dessert. What do people like this is probably the most polarizing time of year, Thanksgiving, right? What are people doing for desserts? Do you do homemade? Do you do store-bought? Do you do a combination of both? Are you there's then the whole thing of sweet potato pie versus pumpkin pie? Do people eat pecan pie? Are we doing cakes like the pound cakes and red velvets and such? Are we just saying, you know what, we're just going to go and get one, you buy one, right? Let me know what you're doing for dessert. Is it pie? Pie, as I said, pumpkin and sweet potato, but we can't forget apple, right? Or are we doing cobblers like peach cobblers, etc.? Though it's really not peach season, but you know, it is what it is. Let me know what you all are doing for desserts, because that is also a quintessential part of Thanksgiving. So G says, I had my auntie bake sweet potato pies for me. Then I ordered a cheesecake. Oh, love it. Love, love, love it. So you've got sweet potato pie. So are we going to make our own sweet potato cheesecake where you take a little bit of the cheesecake and a little bit of the sweet potato pie and then you have it together to make a sweet potato cheesecake? Too much? Too soon? Try it, because you know they do have sweet potato cheesecake. So, you know, that could be, so you get a little sliver of each, so you get a taste of each together. It sounds delightful. So you don't have to decide. You can have a sweet potato cheesecake that you made yourself on the plate. Like, you know, when, have you ever made your own kind of sandwiches? Like, you have the dinner consists of rolls and some types of meat or what. So you make your own, you eat it. I have, I admit. Anyway, G says, too much, but I'll try it tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. It's never too much. In the words of Luther Vandross, never too much. Never too much. Okay. I don't want to sing and get in trouble. So, all right, we're going to go on to our next story. We've got a myriad of stories, folks. There's a lot going, especially in tech. I told you. All right. So off of New Year's Rockin' Eve, and we're getting into Creed. Let's talk about some of the movies that are coming out. So yes, there is going to be a Creed. What is this? Creed 4. How dare they use Roman numerals? Look, I already write in cursive. I don't need all those other grade school skills. Write it in Arabic numbers, please. Anyway, so yes, Creed 4 is in the works, and Michael B. Jordan is eyed to return to the director's chair for this. Yes, it is the 4th installment in the Creed franchise, and he is going to be directing it. So then he actually talked about this during a panel for Deadline Hollywood's Contenders film. They had a Los Angeles event, and Irwin Winkler, who is the Creed and Rocky producer, confirmed that Creed 4 is in the works. Who was a Creed fan? Anybody? I never saw any of the Creeds. I don't think I had the push to go see it, but if you all say it's good, I will look it up. Excuse me. And I probably need to watch it to have some kind of precursor before I do a Creed 4. So let me know what you thought of the first 3 Creeds, since there's a 4th that follows. This is, yeah. So let me know what you thought about that. All right. So this is what they say. We are planning to do a Creed 4 right now, said Winkler. We have a really good story and a really good plot. We got a little delayed because of the strikes, but about a year from now, we're going into pre-production. Okay. So when people say the strikes really did have an effect. So they had this, but they haven't started anything. So they're not even, it's going to be ready in a year. We will start pre-production in a year. You need that type. Look, it's not a joke. That's why I'm like, I don't know why you all are playing with these guilds like this. You can't do anything without them. Why would, anyway? And as I get news about this, and I've been watching what's been, because SAG after they've been having their the meetings and things put on YouTube, they've been doing them live. So I've been watching. So I watched when they did the one in Los Angeles. I watched part of the one that they did in New York. They did another meeting early this week, which I could not watch, but I can if you're interested, always go to the YouTube page or go to their Instagram page and you can watch it back if you're interested in what's happening and what's going on. So I'll let you know as this comes up. So more about our friend Creed. So yeah, it is, in case you don't know, it's a spinoff of the Rocky franchise, and it is centered around Adonis Creed, who's the son of Apollo Creed, who's Rocky Balboa's from Rocky's former boxing adversary turned friend. All right, well, so look out for Creed 4 next year. Raise your hand if you think a Creed 4 is necessary. No shade. Just, I want to know from you, is Creed 4 necessary? So Divine Right says, nice. Okay, so she apparently likes it. Divine Right has watched it and she loves Creed. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at it. Since you say it's good, I'm going to take a look at it. Food Truck Queen, I'm going to take your word for it. And maybe over this holiday weekend, though, is it really a holiday for me? No, not really. But I will take a look at, maybe I'll watch Creed after I watch the dog show tomorrow. Okay, maybe I'll watch some Creed. Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, then the dog show. You know my MO. You know what I do. All right. Terry is here. Terry Hickson says hello. Hello to you. And she says hello to everyone. It is good to see you, my dear Terry. Thank you for being here on this pre-holiday Wednesday. It's also a Taco Wednesday. We don't have any specials. Just tacos. Okay. But tacos are always good. All right. Let's take a look and see what else is happening. I'm kind of making good time today. This is good. Let's see what else is happening. All right. Oh, speaking of movie magic and new movies coming out, the new Karate Kid movie is going to unite Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio. That's right. The new movie is from Sony Pictures, directed by Jonathan Entwistle, and written by Rob Lieber? I think it's Rob Lieber. And it's going to premiere in theaters on December 13th, 2024. So we'll have it for next holiday season. All right. Mr. Mia, has anybody seen the new thing? Is it just a reboot or a remake of it? No, it's not. Because doesn't Ralph Macchio play like an instructor, sensei? I don't know. Clearly, I've not watched it. Yeah, but that's okay. So the plot details are under wraps. We don't know what the plot is going to be, but Macchio is going to reprise his role as Daniel LaRusso, who he played in the original Karate Kid film trilogy in 1984. 1984. Sheesh. Isn't that like 40 years ago? Somebody help me. You know, math is not my strong suit. So I believe 1984 is like 39 years ago. What? 1984. And he also was brought back on Netflix's Cobra Kai series, if you remember that. So Chan is going to return to the role of Mr. Han, a kung fu master based on Mr. Miyagi, who coached Jaden Smith's Dre Parker into the 2010 remake movie. Okay, so they did the remake in 2010. I remember that. So I guess this is going to be a continuation. I don't know. But let me know. Clap if you're here for a Karate Kid, the return of the Karate Kid, whatever it's going to be called. Let me know. I'm interested. All right. Let's see. G says that's interesting for the Karate Kid franchise. It is, but are we noticing a pattern here? Because there's also a story that I'm not going to put up, but Timothée Chalamet is going to be playing Willy Wonka in Wonka. And you probably saw this on my IG or my Facebook. I asked, who asked for another iteration of Wonka? So you had the original one with Gene Wilder, right? Then you had the remake, which came, was that 2005? Somebody can help me with this. That came with Edward Scissorhands, Johnny Depp. I was about to say 21 Jump Street. Okay, Johnny Depp, and now this with Timothée Chalamet. Now, the interesting thing, he said, if you had told me, because he was about 12 years old when the Johnny Depp version came out, which was a darker version of the original. But there were some dark moments in the original one, if you remember. You're like, sheesh, this was scary. Like when they went through the tunnel. That was scary. That's not a kid's movie. But this was a darker take. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with this. So the first one was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The one with Johnny Depp was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which was actually the name of the book. It was the name of the book. Have you ever read the books? I read them when I was young. I read like the whole series of them. So I think it was actually, the book was actually called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And then this one is just simply called Wonka. Wonka! If you remember how Wonka! Yeah, so it's called Wonka. Anyway, so G says, we don't need another Willy Wonka. Gene did it right the first time, and I wasn't a fan of the Johnny Depp one. Now, and I really can't talk about the Johnny Depp one because I never saw it, but Gene Wilder did it for me. You know, we all watched it because it came out for most of us before we were born, but we were able to watch the rerun, you know, when it replayed it on TV. Let me tell you, every time it comes on, I watch it to this day. I love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Gene Wilder did it right. He did it. I still use his line. Like when somebody said, I say something and somebody still presses the point. I said, good day. I still say that. I love that line. So it was absolutely amazing. I don't know that we need another one, but Timothée Chalamet is kind of magical with his acting skills. We'll see. I'm not going to put out a verdict yet, but we'll see. Am I going to see it when it comes on streaming? I may watch it. We'll see. So no, we have one vote for we don't need another hero, in the words of Tina Turner, right? From Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. All right. So we're going to continue on off of that. And we have, let's see, do we have any comments over here? We do. Hey, what is up over here on the, what's the name side, the Facebook side? Dominic is here. It says Wonka looks cool. It's a prequel. Come on. Okay, so it's a prequel. It could be cool. I don't know. I don't think we need another Wonka though. If it's a prequel, and it would make sense because Timothée Chalamet is young, so it would make sense to go through that, but they have to do it well. I am so such a Gene Wilder stan that this would have to be done well. And nothing about the other one, the Johnny Depp one, drew me in. So I was like, I never watched it, but nothing about it made me want to watch. But some people, I'm sure, enjoyed it. Chris Ashby is here. What's up, Chris Ashby? Welcome. It is good to see you. Folks, let me take a break to say what's up. Thank you so much for being here. This is MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture. We're on all these platforms every Wednesday. Sometimes we do a pop-up on a Thursday or Friday, but generally we're here on Wednesdays, and I am your guest, not your guest, your host for this ride. My name is Dr. Tachi, but you can be my guest and come every week. I'd love to have you. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the notifications, because this way you'll know when I am on. And guess what? For those of you who, I say this every week, and I'm going to continue to say it till we launch, I am the founder of a brand new OTT network, which means over the top, that you can watch through Roku, through Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. How could I forget YouTube? And also through our website, and soon it will be in the metaverse as well. We haven't launched yet, but we will be launching. We are Indie Soup Media. Let's go. And that is Indie Soup Media, the heart of the indie content creator. We have amazing content creators, and I can't wait for you all to sink your teeth into some of the great content we have coming soon. Stand by, stand by, stand by. All right, so let's keep going on to the next thing. We've got some specials for you off of movies. Let's talk about some of the media specials that are happening, and you've probably seen this already. Hulu. They have dropped a monthly ad-supported subscription price, their monthly ad-supported subscription price to 99 cents for 12 months. This offer, look, you have 6 days to get on this. So if you're interested in getting Hulu, and I'm going to get it probably just because it's 99 cents, it's an offer through November 28th. So if you didn't know, Disney owns Hulu. Remember, we talked about this 2 weeks ago. They have acquired all of Hulu, so Disney owns it. They're offering their Hulu with ads plan to new and returning eligible subscribers. So here's the catch. Here's the catch. Returning eligible. So you have to make sure that if you're returning, I don't know what the eligibility is. So if you're returning and you're, I guess, just try and sign up, and if they tell you you're not eligible, oh well, 99 cents. You could use that for something, right? But it is for 12 months, and their ad-supported option is usually $7.99. You're getting it for 99 cents. So they ended this most recent fiscal period with 43.9 million subscriptions, which was down 100,000 subs from July 1st. So to us, it seems like, okay, but 100,000 to them, they don't want any churn. Remember, churn is when people sign up and then that's me. I'm churn. Okay. I am churn. I signed up for Essence Fest because remember, Hulu was the exclusive streaming partner for Essence Fest. Yes, I wanted to see Essence. Yes, I waited for Lauryn Hill to come late. Yes, I watched Janelle Monáe and all of the different performances. I watched them because of Hulu. Did I keep Hulu? I did not. I promptly, once it was over, said thank you, cut. So instead of click, you cut. I cut that cord. So they don't want any level of churn. So 100,000, as small as that may seem, to 43.9 million, they still don't want that. So new and existing eligible Hulu subscribers can also sign up for the Stars add-on for 99 cents monthly for 6 months through November 28th. So if you take advantage of this offer, you will have access to Star's original shows, including Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, and others in the Power universe, time-traveling drama Outlander, The Serpent Queen, P-Valley, and a variety of other theatrical releases. So 99 cents. Okay, you can't say that they never gave us anything. Fine, I will pay 99 cents. That I can do. If I can't pay 99 cents, something is really wrong in this alternate universe, but I can do 99 cents. Ramona Parker is watching us over on my Facebook Live. What's up? What's up? How are you, Ramona? Thank you so much for being here. Okay. And that's what's happening. So check that out. Let's take and Terry says, wow. Yeah, absolutely. So, I am the cheapest person on earth when it comes to that type of thing. If I will wean myself off of a show so that I don't have to pay for, because all of that adds up. And you're like, oh, it's just $13. Oh, it's just $15. Oh, it's just $5. Before you know it, you have $100 per month in subscriptions. And so I'm like, if I don't have it, I can't miss it, right? I weaned myself off of The Mandalorian just for that specifically. Okay. So So anyway, make sure that you take advantage of signing up for Hulu, and then for an extra, if you're interested in Stars, for an extra 99 cents, you can do that. So $2 and you can get some content. Check it out. Check it out. All right. So we have more in terms of specials. That's right, folks. We've got some more specials. Max, if there's anything you want to watch there, Max is offering $2.99 monthly Black Friday streaming a streaming deal for $2.99 monthly. So they're owned by Warner Brothers Discovery. They announced 2 days ago a special Black Friday deal for new and returning subscribers to Max. So this will be Max with ads. So all of these plans we're talking about have ads. It's now available for $2.99 per month for the first 6 months, down from $9.99 a month. And that's available for the next 5 days. So if you're interested, you have till November 27th to pick up your subscription to Max. Now they have, what does Max have? And for those of you who are like, who is Max? HBO Max. For some reason, I think I don't know why they dropped the HBO. I don't know why. Now, it's still home. Well, they don't really have as many movies as they do. All of the, for it to be home box office, which is probably why they dropped the HBO, they don't have many movies. In fact, when you look at a lot of these channels, many of them don't have a whole lot of movies. The movies you find on streaming platforms. So your Netflixes, your Hulu, they are streaming, right? Or you can on-demand streaming, I should say. So you pick them up on demand and you watch them on demand. You don't have that movie culture like you did. Like HBO was all movies before, remember? All movies. And if there was a show, it was a special production. Now it's switched. Probably because there's more money in television. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so that is what's happening there. If you are interested in Max, pick that up. And now let's go over. We still have some media news. This, for those of you who don't know, is a one Tupac Shakur. And Tupac's song, Dear Mama, we're switching over to music now, is now the subject of a new copyright infringement lawsuit. So Master T, who's the co-producer of the song, has accused Interscope, UMG, and producer Tony D. Pizarro of conspiring to withhold royalties from the 3 times platinum song. Not like we haven't heard this kind of thing before, right? All right, so let's continue on with this. So according to a report from Music Business Worldwide, which, by the way, is where I get a lot of my music news from, Dear Mama producer, who is Terrence Thomas, Master T, said that they conspired, as I said, to withhold additional publishing royalties. So Thomas is already credited as a producer on the track, but he claims to have co-written and co-published this song. Which he said, quote, was corroborated by Tupac's own written account and handwritten credits, and a 1996 interview where the late rapper allegedly said, Master T gave me the beat for Dear Mama. So the filing characterized Thomas, or what Master T, who's been a New York City bus driver for the past 26 years, as, quote, not a sophisticated business person. His lawyers said he did not know he was owed publishing royalties in addition to producer royalties. This is why you have to be smart. If you are in the media game and you have IP, before you give it out willy-nilly, you need to be aware of even putting things on places like YouTube, etc. You still need to be aware. Read the fine print. Understand what your rights are before you put things out. It is really easy because we are in a content-first society. We are very content-heavy and we're quick to put things out there. But do we really know what that means? Do we understand? I would argue many of us don't care. Many of us don't care. But I would say if you are putting content out there, and especially if you're going the traditional route like record companies, know your rights, own your rights, own them, own your rights, right? All right. So if you're interested, this is from Fader, according to Fader, but we will see what happened. And you can actually read the entire lawsuit. If you go to musicbusinessworldwide.com, the story is there as well, and you'll be able to read the entire lawsuit if you are interested in that. Let's take a couple of comments. Divine Right, going back to Willy Wonka, says they need to leave Willy Wonka alone. Thank you. Leave Willy in his chocolate factory, which, remember, in the original one, he gave to Charlie. Leave it. Even though, as was said, this is a prequel. I don't know. I don't know that I'm interested, but it could be, like I said, it could be quite magical if they do it well. And Terry says, saying hey to Serena. Hey. All right. So let's get off of that and go on to something else. If you're just joining us, welcome to the fold. This is MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture. I am your host, Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist. And we're just going through some of the stories of the week. We have just a little bit of time left because I said I was going to get out of here on time-ish today. So let's take a look at what we have. All right, I'm going to go through and, all right, you know what? Let's do this. We've got to do these tech stories. I can't let us get out of here without talking about these tech stories. So here we go. Oh, wait, here we go. If you don't know this guy, you have been living under two rocks, not just a rock. Two rocks. You have definitely got to. William Slace is here watching on the Facebook side. It's good to see you, William. Welcome. All right. For those of you who have been living under two rocks or you're not quite sure who this is Sam Altman. And if you don't know what has been happening, Sam Altman is the CEO, or was, and now back is. He was, then wasn't, and now is the CEO of OpenAI. And if you're not familiar with OpenAI, OpenAI is the company that makes ChatGPT, that developed ChatGPT. So I'm sure you know ChatGPT. OpenAI was also given a lot. Microsoft has a stake in OpenAI, right? So I don't know if they fully acquired OpenAI. I think they may have, but they definitely have a large stake in OpenAI. And so there's a little tussle down in Silicon Valley this week. That's why this has been an interesting week for tech. And so I definitely had to tell you this before we got out of here. But so the board fired him basically of Open because I guess it was a vote of no confidence. They did not have confidence in his ability to lead. Now, in terms of why, nothing has been said yet. There was also, for those of you who don't know, Elon Musk was also one of the people involved in the founding of OpenAI. Now, initially, OpenAI as a company was supposed to be a nonprofit research arm for AI, right? And how it could benefit. But then they started developing products. And essentially, there's some people, Musk included, that were not happy about the turn that OpenAI was taking. So apparently they ousted him. There was a letter. The company has about 700 plus employees. There was a letter that was signed by the employees saying that they would quit if they did not reinstate Sam Altman. That, as you can imagine, would have sent shockwaves because right now, OpenAI is the leader in generative text, AI generated text, right? They are the leader there. Of course, you've got Bing. Of course, you've got, Bing is using ChatGPT actually, because Bing is Microsoft. But you've got Google, which has theirs. So a lot of different places are trying to come up with AI text generators. OpenAI is the leader in this because they were arguably the first ones, or at least the first commercial ones. And so, having all of your employees leave, even if they all went to Microsoft, because Microsoft did say the CEO of Microsoft was going to bring him over to Microsoft. But then when all of this happened, I guess the decision was, it was decided that, yeah, just come over to Microsoft. But when the employee said, oh, no, we'll all quit, then there was negotiations made for him to come back, and he was coming back now on the condition that the board quit. So yeah, I'll come back, but all y'all got to go. The plural of y'all is all y'all. So all y'all got to go. Okay, you all must go if I'm coming back. All right, so it's been this roller coaster for the past couple of days, and to me, it has been so fascinating to watch this. But it's crazy because the power AI is powerful. So you have one company that is really determining the future of what to do, what AI does in this realm anyway, and you're not stable. Interesting. And we still don't know why the board wanted to fire him. So there are 4 individuals that really had the power to get rid of him. There's something else there that we don't know about. What is it? Do any of you know? Let me know. Let's take some comments. Butha Vandross is here. Butha, by the way, congratulations. Butha is 1/4 of Funk Around Music. You remember that they came on MediaScope several months ago, and it was amazing when they dropped their song, Let's Get To It. Well, that song has now hit 1 million plays. So congratulations. I need to hook up my sound effects, but for now you get this. Congratulations, Butha. It is so good to have you here, and we're so proud of you as a MediaScope family member. You're MediaScope Massive. All right. So G says, Lord have mercy, a sheer cluster. I never thought tech could be this messy. Oh, wherever money is involved, my dear, it can get messy. Tech is like absolutely messy because there is a lot of money involved with tech. And G says, I read Salesforce was looking to snatch up some open AI talent as well. Yes, absolutely. They were all like, oh, what? Everybody was waiting, and that was also going to give the opportunity for other AI developers to sneak in and take open AI share in the market if that happened, because that really would have caused a huge, you wouldn't have had anybody. Can you imagine? That is powerful. So things to look at. I'm going to be watching this very closely to see what happens. Hey, Miss Mo is here. Miss Mo is watching us over on the YouTube side. Hi, Miss Mo. How are you? So I should say Dr. Mo or Dr. Miss Mo. She got her doctorate in May. So congratulations. Welcome to the academic side. Well, you've always been there. What am I saying? And Rashawn is saying, convince. What is that? Congrats. I was trying to say congrats and Vandross at the same time. I don't know. And G is also saying congrats. And then, yes, Ernest says EYL mentioned this debacle. Yes. So you watch EYL too. I watch their Market Mondays every Monday as well. So yeah, this has been a debacle. So, but let's just wait and see what else, because there is another story which I'm not going to talk about because I do want to show you something before we leave, a little pre-holiday something. And there are a lot of, Amazon is going to be big on Black Friday, so there are going to be a lot of Black Friday sales. Now, it remains to be seen whether or not they're going to be more than USB-C hubs, because I don't need any more. Thank you. Especially since I got my new MacBook. Now, Apple has the good sense to put more ports on. Before, there were only 2 ports on the whole MacBook Pro that I had. 2 ports. So I had to get a thing. So they wisened up and gave us more. So I really don't need as many, except for like an Ethernet cable. So yeah, no. But apparently there's supposed to be some good Apple deals there. So in fact, let me read you some of these Apple deals. Let me just tell you these before we head out. So where are you? So notes. Okay, so if you are interested in some Apple deals, the best Black Friday Apple deals are going to be, and it's not just Amazon. You could go to Apple too. If you could get an Apple AirTag 4-pack for $79, and this is at Amazon. Oh, everything they are talking about is Amazon. So Apple AirPods, the second generation, you can get for $79.99. Excuse me, as opposed to $159. Apple AirPods Pro 2, $189.99 as opposed to $249. All of that is still too expensive for me. If you want an Apple Watch, the second generation with GPS, $189 instead of $249. The Series 9 Apple Watch is now $329 instead of $399. Now, how is that a sale? I'm sorry. Yes, maybe it's like $70 off, but still. Get it into the twos, and then maybe I'll say yes. No, I won't say yes. Let's stop it. Let me stop. If you're looking for a new Apple iPad, the 10.2 is $229 instead of $329. But be careful with iPads, because after a while, you are not going to be able to upgrade the operating system. That was my thing that happened with mine, and I was like, what? Granted, I got it in like 2012, but still I couldn't upgrade it anymore. I was livid. So think about that. Get what, be careful with those. The Apple iPad 10.9 is 64 gigs, $349. The MacBook Air 13-inch with the M1 chip is $749. I don't know all the specs for that, but if it's $749, I'm guessing it probably doesn't have a whole lot of memory. Get what you need for what you're doing. The 2023 MacBook Air M2 laptop is $1,049, and there are a lot more. And if you go to techradar.com, you can find out more of these Black Friday deals from Apple and other places. And in fact, if you subscribe to them, they will send you a newsletter with lots of tech deals. They are a really cool publication, so check them out. William Slade says, I bet Altman has dirt on them. I bet, look, this whole thing is dirty and messy. Absolutely. And William says, is that why they stopped taking subscriptions? Who stopped taking subscriptions? Let me know. I think I meant that. I think I missed that. And William also says, yeah, they knew they made a mistake. They knew they made a huge mistake. Oh, yes. Okay, you're talking about ChatGPT. ChatGPT, there was a reason they stopped taking subscriptions. They added, yes, this is why. So if you remember, Terry was talking about this on BizChicks on Friday. They added the new features where you could create your own GPTs. So you could basically create your own like databases, your own GPT based around a subject that you want. You could do a bunch of them. So that's a new feature of the paid ones. However, some people were signing up for it and then selling their ChatGPT subscriptions on like eBay for like ridiculous amounts, more than the $20 a month. So yeah, OpenAI shut that down. So between that and all the other stuff happening, there was yeah. So that's, William, why that was done. So great Apple deals. Proceed. Yeah, great Apple deals. So if you're looking for some Apple accoutrement, there you go. All right. It is, and congrats to Funk Around music from Divine Right. Yes. All right. Let's do this. We are going to, actually, it's 7:09. And as much as I hate to leave you, I did promise I was going to go to the other platform. So I'm going to do that. But I want to wish all of you a very happy holiday. If you celebrate the holiday, make sure that you, in addition to having all the wonderful food and accoutrement, have some great times, some great connections with friends and family or whoever, right? Or strangers, whatever. Okay. So I hope everybody has a great holiday. I will be back next week. And if you feel like hanging out some more, come hang out with me over on Instagram Live. God willing, it lets me get on, because Instagram has been on some interesting stuff lately. Okay, so guys, I am about to head out over there. Feel free to join me. I'll be out there in about 5 minutes. I love you for watching. I bid you adieu. You guys, myself, and all of this news, including the messiness over at OpenAI, I think we should exit stage left. Until next week, cheers.
Close the doors. walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Filled with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities, here we offer you. We gon' show you on your way. The content that never strays from positive and uplifting. Once a week, the scope gifted. With the presence in your eyes, what a distraction. Beautiful to soul